How great to have Rachel Geller back. Second time you're an author, and a wonderful new book called All Cats All the Time, more of what I know about cats. But I have to say, and you've won a bunch of awards, which you can now brag about. But I have to say, I knew from the minute that I first talked to you, you were the real deal. You really do care about people and their cats and their problems and solving them. And you live in this very unique space, which is that you've decided your version of philanthropy. You're not Mackenzie Scott. You didn't give 7 or 70 or $700 billion away, but you give something even more precious. You give away your support, your enthusiasm, your advice to people with cat problems, and you don't charge anybody. And it's just a quiet kind of grace that you live in. And I'm sure that people who've been touched with your fairy wand are in awe. Now, you have a nonprofit that does other good works, all cat related. And if people want to make a donation after you've helped them, they can. But that's not a prerequisite at all. So tell a little bit about the awards you've gotten recently. And then I want to talk about some of the certifications you've gotten since we first spoke. You've got so many new letters after your name. So, All Cats All the Time, more of what I know about cats. In your first book, and you've come on numerous times to Cat Chat and talked about saving the world one cat at a time, which is basically what you do. So here's your new book, and people can get it. And it's got wonderful stories and really good advice. But you won a bunch of awards already.
Yes, so thank you very much. And it is very exciting to now say that I'm an author of books with an S.
Right. Yes.
Yes, it's a big deal. And it is how you said it. I've been quietly doing my own thing and helping people with cat behavior problems. So it really has been super amazing and nice to be recognized for my work. Last year, I won two very prestigious awards through the Cat Writers Association, and that's for everything that I do in writing, my books, my videos, my documents that I supply to animal welfare
Yes.
operations. And one of them is the Muse Medallion, which is given for excellence in communicating to people about cats and cat welfare. And the other one was a certificate of excellence for a video that I made on your cat and your new baby, helping people understand how to help the cat acclimate to the baby. And no, you do not need to surrender your cat because you have a new baby.
Which is, and you did it in video form. I want to call it a cartoon, but cartoon is the wrong word. But an animation, I guess, is the word that
Yes,
nowadays.
yes.
That's the more sophisticated word.
Video, animation, and illustrations.
So that was like raising the bar of where you wanted to go yourself personally, professionally. I'm always amazed by someone like you who already has a doctorate. Your doctorate's in education. You didn't get the doctorate about teaching people about cats or
I
teaching
did
cats
not.
how to be better cats. But in the meantime, you've gotten these other certifications, and I'd love you to talk about them because I think of you as an overachiever. Like, it's not enough that you already helped X hundreds of people and their cats. You're going to get certified to prove that what you already knew and what you already did, somebody put a stamp of approval on it. Now, I'm a curmudgeon about the idea that people need a certification because some certifications are, not necessarily hollow, but who gave it and why did they get it? What made you want to get certified when, in my view, you would be someone who would, if anything, certify other people in a sense?
I was doing that now too, and I can throw that in at the
Oh,
end,
that's
but
funny.
you sound
Okay.
exactly like my husband. I hear the word overachiever a lot in my household. You are absolutely through between the fact that I lived with cats since I was probably 5 years old, as young as I can remember, and did do a lot of studying and research on cats and had boots on the ground. I was on many boards. I volunteered at many shelters. I think
Yes.
there is something to be said for the person who comes to you who wants to know that you receive some sort of guidance or certification or level of competence in the field.
I
So
agree with that.
yeah, so I originally became certified as a cat behavior and retention specialist. I took a few courses after that, and what I learned was even if I gained one more kernel of
Yes.
information or
Yes.
one other way to look at something or one other talking point, it was worth it because maybe then I could help more people. I could find a different way to say something or approach something. So, you're right that I probably don't need all of those courses, but I feel also that they've helped me become better, helped me become more of a broader thinker, help me to realize that there's always another way to approach something. Every once in a while, you have that client where you tried 17 different
Right.
things, and I'm like, maybe there's one other thing we can try. So you
Yes.
just never know when something might help someone.
That's really nice. Where do you or someone else get such a certification? Are there many entities which give these certifications or just one main one that you consider the best?
Think there were a lot of organizations out there. And unlike my PhD, there's not a lot of oversight of these different
Right.
organizations, right? Due diligence, ask questions, do your research. One of my certifications is in fear-free shelters. Fear-free is a very well-known, regarded organization. So that's something a lot of people recognize, or like the Humane Society or something like that. So I would say do your research, but again, it's not something that's really well regulated. At the end of the day, it mostly comes down to your style, your level of
That's right.
commitment, your ability to work with people. And in my particular case, I think my strength is I'm very good at empathy and listening, and I have a lot of patience. But
Oh,
quickly,
yes.
I really
You
do.
do.
But quickly, I do want to say that I know I clone myself and I'm getting busier and busier. So I did create with Stacey LeBaron, who I know through Community Cats podcast, a
Yes.
course called Surrender Prevention, which people can
Nice.
take and learn how to help people keep their cats in their homes when they want to surrender that cat due to a behavior problem. And that course has been ongoing now for a couple of years. And I have single-handedly certified over 2,000 people
Oh my
to do
God.
what I do. I'm busy at
Wow.
work making sure that the mission continues.
2,000.
Yes,
Stacey LeBaron and Community Cats podcast. She's amazing. She's a
amazing.
level of dedication. And I haven't had her on the show in ages, and I must have. I will rectify that because she's got her fingers in every cat pie out there,
She
every
does. She's
project.
terrific.
Yeah.
Yes,
And she really knows the whole landscape of the cats and the humans involved with cats. So you've certified 2,000 people in a very
yes,
specific course,
yes.
surrender or retention,
Surrender prevention. Yes,
surrender prevention, as in
yes.
cat retention.
Exactly. Like pieces of what I do, putting them together. Because a lot of people, when they call a cat shelter, "I'm having this problem with my cat is doing this." The staff and the volunteers, and many rescues are completely volunteer run, may
Correct.
not necessarily be cat behaviors. So I'm providing free of charge every piece of documentation and video that I've made to people who
Wow.
take my course. It can become they can channel their inner Rachel and help people
Oh,
who need cat
nice.
behavior help.
I hope nobody missed that part of Rachel Geller's sentence, free of charge. You are
Free of
something
charge.
extraordinary in this world of money. It's a money world driven by how either how many likes or follows or something, likes and looks can I get on social media, or how many dollars can I pocket? And I've often wondered if people getting various kinds of certification. Also, dog trainers are not really regulated as another example. Are you putting your head to the side so we can see the black cat behind you?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. That's a live cat. The other ones are
That's
little statuettes.
correct. That one's a real cat in the
That's a
middle.
living
Yes.
cat. Couldn't
Yes.
be sweeter. One of Rachel's several. I think that the fact that you're not in this for money, you're most specifically in it for your mission, is a head scratcher. And in our cynical world, someone can say, yeah, but what does she really want to get out of this? I don't know, world domination. It's so silly, but it is hard for us to understand and appreciate that there are people now, Habitat for Humanity. There are people who simply do good works and put their shoulder into it and their time and their energy and their money because it makes them feel good to do it. And I guess that would be you. That would certainly describe you. But it's interesting because fear free, now there's an interesting business model, right? Just so people understand what that means. Some of you may now have at your veterinary clinic, it may be a cat certified clinic. It has some special word that I forget. Mine has it. There's a special waiting area. There's one exam room that's cat only. Everybody there is quote unquote fear-free certified, as well as feline sensitive certified. Some other word goes behind that. There was an animal behaviorist, doctoral behaviorist, Sophia Yin, very famous in the veterinary world. And sadly, she took her own life. But before she took her own life, she wrote a couple of major textbooks. And the idea of fear free handling, that the way you manage yourself as a professional around animals changes what their experience is like. And another veterinarian sort of picked up the idea of that and began a fear free certification, whether it was for individual caregivers like Rachel or for clinics. Now, he makes money off of it. I don't know how much the certification costs. No one, we're not expecting the world to be full of people doing things gratis for free. But is that the certification you took and you paid for it?
Yes, I mean, I have, this sounds like a very poor model, but yes, I have paid for most of my certifications and then I give it all away. To probably not too sustainable. But let me just point out to people that I worked for well over 30 years, almost 35 years, as a field of special education.
Mhm.
I ran a program that was federally funded for students who had severe behavioral and emotional needs. I retired and I have a pension. So I don't need any more. I have a lovely pension. I have health care. I don't need any more stuff. You can look behind me. I have enough stuff, right? So I am in the lovely position that I can give back. I don't need to make more money. I enjoy anybody who knows working with me. I genuinely
Yeah.
like helping people and their cats. It's a gift. I feel blessed. I love what I'm doing. I'm probably working more now than I was before I retired, but I'm loving every single minute of it. So I perhaps have a little bit of a unique situation, but I feel so good about what I'm doing every day. I go to sleep happy every night. It's
Wow.
just a wonderful place to be. And if apparently I'm a very simple woman because this is all I need, but
Well,
I'm happy to do it.
you have a loving, supportive husband.
I
So
do.
you have a partner in life,
I do.
and that's a support system for you as well. But you
Yes,
could easily be that single woman doing this in the same way. But it's
I
just
could.
you
Yes.
did mention your husband saying you're an overachiever as well. So
Yes,
I
I've
just
heard that before.
so
Yes.
just in conclusion, to all of you who've taken advantage of Rachel's wisdom and her generosity and kindness, thank you to all you people because you've helped her become who she is and have the confidence she has and continue to grow and spread her wisdom and her passion. All Cats All the Time, More of What I Know About Cats is really a useful, wonderful book. It's one of those books, it's not that fat, which I unfortunately write books which are way fat, too fat, but they're indexy kind of books. Whereas Rachel will come back and we're going to talk about individual chapters over the months ahead because each chapter has a topic full of really good advice. And as Rachel said, you may know some of it, and you might have dealt with a litter box problem with cats one, two, and three. And now you have cat number four, and what you knew before isn't working. And that's been true for Rachel as well. So she keeps learning and adding layers to her knowledge. And to those of you who want to get All Cats All the Time, where's a good place for them to get it, Rachel?
So it's available on Amazon.com. People can go also to my website,
I'd prefer
Dr.
that.
Rach drrachelcatbehavior.com, and order it through my personal website. And 100% of the proceeds will go into my nonprofit, which I then use to provide grants for shelters, rescues, people who need financial assistance for veterinary care, people who can't afford cat food, people have some sort of financial barrier. So the book makes a great holiday gift, and you will be also helping other cats in need.
That's exactly right. So it could be called strachel.org, but that's not the name of her website. It's Dr. Rachel Cat Behavior. So
Yes.
go there and learn more about Rachel. Get the book there. I'm not anti-Amazon. Oh wait, I am, because it's not a real person, it's not a real place. And we should try to deal directly with authors, or in the case of the Literary Cat Company, a bookstore owned by a cat lover, and it's also a cat cafe. So let's try and personalize the work we do and the pleasures we get around cats, just the way Rachel does. I know you'll be back soon. Congratulations on your awards and on this continuing mission that you have. You're doing an amazing job, and I feel so glad to have known you for such a long time. You take care, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Tracy.